physical display. So it was amazing. Not only did he develop as a performer, but a dude who for years was like, I can't go to therapy, man. I don't want to talk to people. I was like, dude, you gotta go to therapy. Just sit down. Tell a motherfucker the horrible things that happened to you as a kid. He's like, no, I'm okay. I'm fine. That's what we do every week. We get up and we do therapy, man, in front of fucking people. And you watch the dude realize his own worth and fucking, there's no talk of drugs anymore. Now he's wired into like, let's perform, let's do this. This same guy who 2 years ago I'd written him off, I was like, I'm never gonna talk to him again. He came to me with a fucking feature. He produced this Jay and Bob cartoon movie. He came to me at one point, he's like, I wanna do something by myself. And I was like, okay, go ahead, masturbation works for me. And he was just like, no, I wanna make something. I was like, okay. And he's like, can you give me something to make? I was like, well then you don't wanna make something. You wanna make something of mine. He's like, you got anything? He's like, yeah. I gave him this cartoon script and shit, which we'd never done. And he came back a couple months later, him and Jordan put something together. It was fucking gorgeous. It was like literally show up. I was like, holy shit, dude, we can take this out and show people in the world and shit. That dude did a 180, man, completely realized his worth, and what his worth was just sitting there talking about him. So, once again, business came from personal. Now, a lot of people will say, like, well, of course, you know, the business from personal works for him because he's been in movies and fucking, he knows who he is, and people know who he is, and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to work for everybody. You're right, it's not going to work for everybody. All I can tell you is you stick with what's personal, and it tends to kind of work out. Every step of the way, everything we're going to talk about, and I'm sorry, this is one long intro, I'm going to bring out the guys who's going to ask you questions. Every step of the way, the business of Kevin Smith, such as it is just based on something personal. It's based on going like, this is what I would like to do. So we'll try to kind of illuminate that for you and see if we can answer any questions about how maybe you can kind of do the same thing. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to bring up a guy that helped me create the business of Kevin Smith. We worked very closely with the Top Spin Media website people. They helped build our new Smodcast site. It's where we vend shit. It's where we sell our own tickets. Like, you know, it used to be back in the day, you book a gig and stuff, and the venue sells tickets. Now we can book smaller rooms, we can book movie theaters and sell the tickets ourselves and actually keep track of that shit. Top Spin has really enabled artists, I'm sure everybody here knows what it is, they've enabled artists to kind of take control of their own business, man, like, and kind of harness the ability to profit without more middlemen in between, or middlewomen in between. But the guy